Shri Radhe. So today is the third day of our Parikrama and we visited the following places: Madan Mohan Temple, Dwadasa aditya tila, Dwadasa aditya yogapith, Shri Sanathan Goswami's bhajan kutir, his Samadhi, Grantha Samadhi, Chandrasekara acharya Samadhi, as well as Shri Tapan Mishra Samadhi. So we will hear about the pastimes that happened in each of these places as we go along. Radhe. Our first stop is at the Madan Mohan Temple. This famous temple of Lord Madan Mohan was established by Shri Sanathan Goswami, and it is the first of the 7 Goswami temples that is visited during the Parikrama of Vrindavan. This temple was built on the spot where the celebrated deity of Madan Mohan was being worshipped by Srila Sanatana Goswami on top of the small hill known as Dwadasa aditya tila. So as you can see in the video, we're climbing up the stairs to go to the top of the temple on the hill, and this hill is called the Dwadasa aditya tila. The name Madan Mohan means he who attracts even Cupid, the god of love. The temple of Madan Mohan was the first temple built in Vrindavan since the time of Vajranabh, 5,000 years earlier. King Vajranabh, who was Lord Krishna's great-grandson, established a number of important temples in Vrindavan, such as the Madan Mohan Temple, Govindaji Temple, and Gopinathji Temple. But during the course of time, these temples disappeared and the deities were lost. In the year 1670, just prior to the attack on Vrindavan by the soldiers of the Mughal tyrant Emperor Aurangzeb, the deity of Lord Madan Mohan, along with the other important Gaudiya Goswami deities, including Govindaji and Gopinathji, were secretly taken out of Vrindavan and hidden at Radhakund. During the attack by Aurangzeb's soldiers, Vrindavan's most important temples, including Madan Mohan, Govindaji and Gopinathji, were desecrated, and Aurangzeb's soldiers dismantled the shikar or the turret of these temples. When it became safe, the 3 deities were then taken from Radhakund to Kamyavan, and then finally to Jaipur in Rajasthan, where the deity of Madan Mohan was worshipped for many years. Sometime later, when a princess of the Jaipur royal family married a prince from the kingdom of Karoli near Bharatpur, it is said that the princess, unable to bear the separation of Lord Madan Mohan, took the deity with her and established his worship in Karoli, where the deity remains even to this day. Since the original deities were moved to Jaipur, Pratibhu Murtis or substitute idols were installed in their place, and that is what you see in this picture here. Madan Mohan was the first deity installed in Vrindavan, and all Gaudiya Vaishnavas are advised to worship this deity in order to re-establish their long-lost relationship with the Supreme Lord. In the beginning stages of sadhana bhakti, it is Lord Madan Mohan who has the power to attract us and help us to nullify our false attachment to the sensual pleasures of this material world. Just as he has attracted Cupid, he can also attract the fallen souls and raise them to the platform of experiencing the transcendental mellows of devotional service. The initiating spiritual master, who engages his disciples in following the regulative principles of devotional service, is a direct representative of Lord Madan Mohan. Unless one can achieve the mercy of Lord Madan Mohan and his representative, the spiritual master, the path of the pure unalloyed devotion is difficult to ascertain. For this reason, the disciples of Lord Chaitanya headed by the Goswamis Rupa and Sanatana, established the three principal deities in Vrindavan for the benefit of all aspiring Vaishnavas. Madan Mohan represents the principle of Sambandha, or the soul's relationship with the Lord. Govindaji represents Abhideya, the regulative activities for reviving the relationship, and Gopinath represents Prayojan, or the ultimate goal of life. Before writing the Chaitanya Charitamrita, which was completed in the year 1681, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami came to Vrindavan from Radhakund, where he was staying. His purpose was to obtain the permission of Lord Madan Mohan before attempting to write about the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. As Krishnadas Kaviraj bowed down before the deity, a garland fell down from the deity's neck, and all the devotees present there understood that Lord Madan Mohan's permission had been granted. The Pujari then offered the garland to Krishnadas Kaviraj as loud cries of the Lord's holy name filled the air. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita it says, Lord Madan Gopal, the chief deity of Vrindavan, is the enjoyer of the rasa dance and is directly the son of the king of Vraja. Now let's hear about the story of Lord Madan Mohan. When Sanatana Goswami first came to Vrindavan, he performed his bhajan on the hill known as Dwadasa aditya tila. Sometime later, when he obtained the deity of Madan Mohan, he began worshipping the deity at the same place, and is said to have kept the deity in the crevice of a tree until a temple was eventually built. The first Seva Puja of Madan Mohan was believed to have been performed in the year 1534 on the basis of ancient handwritten records known as Seva Prakatya and Ishtalabha. There are a number of local legends of how Sanatana Goswami actually obtained the deity of Madan Mohan, but they are not based on any true facts. It is well known that some years earlier, Advaita Acharya had discovered the deity of Madan Mohan at Advaitavad during the time he performed his bhajan there. According to most scholars, this deity was the original deity installed by Vajranag and was named Madan Gopal. When Advaita Acharya was leaving Vrindavan and returning to Bengal, it is said that Madan Gopal did not want to leave Vrindavan. Therefore, Advaita Acharya asked a Brahman named Chobe from Mathura to look after the deity in his absence. Based on actual historical records known as the Ishtalabha and Seva Prakatya, it says that in 1534, Sanatana Goswami obtained the deity of Madan Mohan from the Mathura Brahman living at Mahavan named Parashurama Chobe, and Sanatana Goswami established the first Seva Puja of Madan Gopal in the same year, which was on the second day of the bright moon, or Dvitiya Shukla, in the month of Magh. It appears that at the installation ceremony, Sanatana Goswami gave the deity the name of Madan Mohan due to the many bewildering pastimes that the deity enacted. After the installation, Sanathan appointed his disciple Krishnadas Brahmachari as the Pujari. The details found in the Seva Prakatya appear accurate, and it must be concluded that Advaita Acharya originally gave the deity of Madan Mohan to Chobe, who later gave the deity to Sanatana Goswami. The surname Chobe is a short for Chaturvedi, and they are a well-known Brahmin community from Mathura, who are also priests at the famous Keshava Mandir. Of how Sanatana received the deity from Chobe is as follows. According to the Bhakti Ratnakar, Sanatana Goswami was staying at Mahavan when he first saw the deity of Madan Gopal. He had noticed a very unusual cowherd boy with the most beautiful features playing with the other cowherd boys in the vicinity of Raman Reti near the banks of the Yamuna. Sanatan Goswami was convinced that this boy was none other than Krishna playing as an ordinary village boy with the other cowherd boys. When he returned home after playing, Sanatan Goswami followed him to see where he went. The boy entered a temple and Sanatan followed, but once inside, he found the place deserted except for the deity of Madan Gopal. Sanatan immediately bowed down before the deity and without uttering a word to anyone and in a deep mood of contemplation returned to his cave near Nanda Bhavan in Mahavan village. After this incident, when Sanatan went out to collect alms, he would also have darshan of Madan Gopal. Lord Chaitanya also had darshan of the same deity when he visited Mahavan, and so did Lord Nityananda when he came to Mahavan on pilgrimage some years earlier. The Bhakti Ratnakar says that Sanatan Goswami went every day to the temple of Madan Gopal for darshan. The Madan Gopal temple was managed by the Brahman Chobe and his wife, who both lived on the temple premises. On one occasion, while visiting the temple, Sanatan felt somewhat shocked at the irreverence being shown to the deity when he saw the Chobe's children playing with the deity, and also the way in which Chobe's wife was serving the deity without following any rules of deity worship. Sanatan mildly reprimanded the Brahman's wife, who was supposedly looking after the worship of the deity, and wanted to know why they were not following the specific rules governing temple worship. Chobe's wife admitted her fault and agreed to be more conscientious in the future. However, that night, Sanatan had a dream in which Madan Gopal told him that he had been very happy playing with Chobe's children, but since Sanatan had asked the family to be more reverential in their deity worship, they had now introduced so many rules and regulations, and that he was no longer happy staying at Chobe's house, and told Sanatan to take him back to Vrindavan. The next day, feeling great remorse that the deity was no longer feeling happy, Sanatan Goswami returned to the Chobe's house to apologize for his somewhat over-exuberance in encouraging them to be more reverential in their deity worship. However, Chobe requested Sanatan Goswami to take the deity of Madan Gopal, as he had also received a dream in which the deity had informed him, "As you have already have so many children, and Sanatan had none, therefore please hand me over to Sanatan." After hearing the words spoken by Chobe, Sanatan Goswami replied that as he was in the renounced order of life and subsisted by begging alms, he was in no position to worship the deity in a proper way, and for this reason could not accept Chobe's offer. That night, Sanatan Goswami received another dream in which Madan Gopal again appeared before him and once again asked Sanatan to take care of him, saying this would make him very happy. The deity further said that whatever simple things Sanatan Goswami could offer, he would gladly accept. After this dream, Sanatan Goswami agreed to take the deity from Chobe, and after bringing the deity to Vrindavan, began to worship him on top of the Dwadasa aditya tila. Because of being in renounced order and subsisting simply on alms given to him while performing Madhukari, Sanatan's only offering to the deity, besides water and wild flowers, were dry chapatis, small flat rounded pieces of unleavened wheat bread cooked over an open fire. One day, after having made an offering of dry chapatis, Sanatan heard the deity asking for some salt to be put on his dry chapatis. Sanatan replied by saying, "Just see, now you want salt, and tomorrow you will want sweets. I am an old man. and have so many books to write, so please be satisfied with these dry chapatis. It so happened that on the same day, a merchant hailing from Multan in Punjab, named Ramdas Kapoor, was ferrying salt and other goods by boat down the Yamuna river to the city of Agra, and while passing Dwadasa aditya tila, his boat got stuck on a sandbank in the middle of the river. In great anxiety and fearing that his goods may be lost, the merchant came ashore in order to get help. Ramdas could not see anyone around except for a young cowherd boy sitting near the riverbank. Some say that the cowherd boy was actually Madan Mohan, taking part in one of his pastimes for which he was very famous. Ramdas asked the cowherd boy if there was anyone who could help to free his boat, and the cowherd boy informed him that there was a sadhu performing bhajan on a nearby hill who might be able to help. Climbing the hill, Ramdas humbly approached Sanathan and asked him to help free the boat. Sanathan said that as he was old and also quite weak, he was not in a position to give much help, but advised Ramdas to seek help from his beloved deity Madan Mohan, who was sitting in a nearby tree. With full faith, Ramdas bowed down and offered heartfelt prayers to Lord Madan Mohan and very humbly requested his help in saving his boat. Suddenly, dark clouds filled the sky, and there was a deafening sound of a thunder, and within moments, torrential rainfall began to inundate the whole area. Within a short time, due to the heavy downpour, a large deluge of rainwater began to swell the Yamuna river, and the merchant's boat became freed from the sandbank. Being overcome with joy, Ramdas repeatedly offered his obeisances to Madan Mohan and profusely thanked Sanathan, asking him what service he could perform in gratitude. Sanathan suggested that Ramdas could help in building a temple for Madan Mohan, and also requested a little salt for the pleasure of the deity. It is said that Ramdas eventually returned to Vrindavan and provided the funds needed to build the temple for Lord Madan Mohan. Now we'll hear about the Dwadasa aditya tila and the Dwadasa aditya yogapith. The Dwadasa aditya tila is the hill which Krishna climbed in order to lay down in the sunshine. He was feeling very cold after having spent time in the chilly waters of the Yamuna river while subduing the serpent Kalyanag. Srila Sanatana Goswami chose this sacred spot on top of the Dwadasa aditya tila to perform his bhajan, and where he worshipped his deity Lord Madan Mohan. There is a shrine here that marks the exact spot where Krishna rested while being warmed by the 12 adityas, who are the 12 different manifestations of the sun god. Their names are Vishnu, Aryama, Indra, Tvashta, Varuna, Datta, Bhaga, Parjanya, Vivasvan, Anshuman, Mitra, and Pushya. The 12 adityas appeared in the sky simultaneously to provide their combined heat in order to stop Krishna from shivering from the cold. Each month there is a different aditya who takes over as a sun god, and on this occasion, all the 12 adityas appeared at one time in order to serve Krishna. The 12 adityas only appeared together at the time of universal devastation, but on this occasion, after hearing the prayers of Radharani and the gopis, they combined together to serve Lord Krishna. The heat from the 12 adityas was so great that Krishna became so warm that he began to perspire, and a small stream formed from the accumulated perspiration, ran down the hillside and created a pool within the Yamuna. Next we visited the bhajan kutir of Sanatana Goswami. This is the spot on the top of Dwadasa aditya tila where Sanatan Goswami performed his bhajan. When Sanatan Goswami first came to Vrindavan in the year 1516, he lived beneath the trees without caring for any shelter. Even when he began worshipping the deity of Madan Mohan, he kept the deity in the crevice of a tree. It was only at a much later date that he accepted bhajan kutir, which were made of simple bamboo canes and thatched leaves. When Lord Chaitanya first sent Sanatan Goswami to Vrindavan, he gave him a number of specific tasks to fulfill. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is said that Lord Chaitanya told Sanatan, "Your body is my principal instrument for executing many necessary functions. By your body, I shall carry out so many tasks. You shall have to ascertain the basic principles of being a devotee, love of Godhead, Vaishnava duties, and Vaishnava characteristics. You will have to explain Krishna's devotional service, establish centers for cultivating love of Krishna, excavate the lost places of pilgrimage, and teach people how to adopt the renounced order. Vrindavan is my very own abode, and I want to do many things there to preach Krishna consciousness, and I have to do this work through your body." The essence of Lord Chaitanya's instructions formed the basis for one of Sanatana Goswami's most celebrated books, known as the Hari Bhakti Vilas. Now we're at the Samadhi of Srila Sanatana Goswami. This is the place where Srila Sanatana Goswami was laid to rest in the year 1558. Sanatana Goswami departed on the occasion of Guru Purnima at Manasi Ganga near the Govardhan hill, where he was performing bhajan. His sacred body was then brought in a procession to Dwadasa aditya tila in Vrindavan and entombed next to where his beloved deity Madan Mohan was being worshipped. He wrote a large number of books on the science of devotion, the most famous being Brihat Bhagavatamrita and the Hari Bhakti Vilas. According to the Gaura Ganodesh Deepika, he was known by the name Rati Manjari or sometimes as Lavanga Manjari in Krishna's Vrindavan pastimes, and in the form of Lavanga Manjari, he serves Srimati Vishaka Shakhi just as Rupa Manjari serves Lalita Shakhi. The Gaura Ganodesh Deepika says that Sanatan Goswami is accepted as an extension of the body of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as well as being an incarnation of Sanatan Kumar, one of the four Kumara sons of Lord Brahma. Located within the premises of Srila Sanatana Goswami Samadhi is the Grantha Samadhi. The word grantha means sacred books, and this unusual Samadhi contains the sacred books of the six Goswamis. It is believed that these books were of esoteric subjects concerning the very intimate pastimes of Krishna and the gopis and written on palm leaves. It is said that because the subject of these books was beyond the understanding of ordinary devotees, it was decided to place them in Samadhi. This is believed to be the only Grantha Samadhi in existence anywhere in the world. Also located within the premises of Shri Sanatana Goswami Samadhi are the pushpa Samadhis of Tapan Mishra and Chandrasekara acharya. When Lord Chaitanya was on his historic journey from Jagannath Puri to Vrindavan, he spent around 10 days at Banaras, Varanasi, and stayed at the house of his old friend Tapan Mishra, who was an acquaintance of Lord Chaitanya from Bengal. Tapan Mishra was the father of Raghunatha Bhatta Goswami, who, while still a child, was able to get the Lord's personal association when the Lord came to Banaras. After the Lord had taken his meal at the house of Tapan Mishra and was resting, Raghunath used to massage his lotus feet. While staying at Banaras, Lord Chaitanya also met Chandrasekara acharya, who was also a friend of Lord Chaitanya from Navadvip. While on his return journey from Vrindavan, Lord Chaitanya first went to Prayag, where he met Srila Rupa Goswami, and after instructing him on the science of Krishna consciousness, sent him to Vrindavan. Lord Chaitanya then returned to Banaras, where he spent a few days staying at the house of Chandrasekara while taking his meals at the house of Tapan Mishra. During his stay at Chandrasekara Acharya's house, Lord Chaitanya met Srila Sanathan Goswami, who had just been released from prison. At this time, Lord Chaitanya personally instructed Sanathan Goswami in the science of Krishna consciousness and asked him to spend the rest of his life in the service of Vrindavan Dham.